Soon, it will be William's biggest royal moment, and he is already planning to ban Harry from attending his coronation when the time comes. Harry's big mouth has landed him in serious trouble, and there is absolutely no coming back from this one. A few months ago, Harry attended a BBC interview where he spilled private family matters, and that interview pushed Prince William to his limit. William has stopped being the forgiving big brother he once was. In the interview, Harry claimed he wanted reconciliation with his family, saying there was no point in continuing the fight, even though he was the one who started it in the first place.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
He went even further by discussing his father's health on public television, something that should have remained strictly within the family. Harry openly said he didn't know how long his father would live, and admitted that although there have been many issues in the royal family, security remains the main sticking point.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile.
Those statements deeply angered William, and he reportedly decided that when the time comes for his coronation, his only brother will not be invited. Unlike King Charles, who still invited Harry to his own coronation, William has taken a firm stance, and nothing will change his decision.
But basically, William is much more ruthless than his father. He's looking for the future and the damage that Andrew is doing to the monarchy. So he probably wants to take it much, much further. There are no more kid gloves. He sees the reputational rot, if you like, from Andrew's Epstein lies, and he's forcing basically this swift, clean break before it festers further.
Palace insiders had hoped William might eventually soften and reconcile with Harry, but everything now appears to have hit a brick wall. They believe Harry hasn't learned anything. The rebellious mindset he adopted from Meghan is still controlling him, and he hasn't matured beyond it.
Right. A source close to Prince William actually told the Daily Beast here in the States that William hates Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. He said, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, this is scorched earth stuff. It's almost as if Prince Harry has just accepted the fact that Prince William and him will no longer have a relationship.
To William, Harry's behavior represents repeated betrayal. Forgiving him again would risk Harry disrupting his reign, the same way Harry caused chaos for Queen Elizabeth II and is now doing to his father. Harry continues to publicly discuss sensitive royal matters, spreads damaging claims about the family without hesitation, and fully backs Meghan when she labeled the royal family racist.
It's bad because Prince Harry has become an unbelievably selfish human being who is driven by vengeance and lately, I'd say cruelty. I mean, towards the last few years of the Queen's life, it almost felt like elder abuse, the kind of insults and allegations that were being thrown at the royal family.
William's trust in Harry is completely broken, and allowing him anywhere near the coronation would be a major risk to the monarchy. After the Oprah interview where Harry revealed deeply private royal information, he didn't stop there. He went on to write a memoir exposing even more family secrets and continues to criticize the very institution William is preparing to lead. Those actions devastated William, and to protect the crown, he made the hard decision to remove Harry entirely from the guest list.
Last time, Prince William's been quite ruthless about this. He doesn't want anyone to tarnish the crown, and that's exactly what all these headlines screaming every single day.
Harry's exclusion isn't driven by hatred but by protection. William is safeguarding the image of the monarchy, avoiding distractions during a sacred royal event, and preventing media chaos. If Harry were present, headlines would shift from the coronation itself to the tension between the brothers, turning the historic moment into a spectacle. The personal wounds between them still run very deep. William feels personally attacked, especially after Harry indirectly accused him in his book and dragged both him and Catherine into his narrative.
And he's going to be the next king, and they're going to be the king and queen.
Yeah, but William's very clever. He doesn't want to be seen with Harry. He's made it very clear that he doesn't, he hasn't said anything, but he's made it very clear by working very hard last week and doing jobs like going to open a mental health hub in Cardiff, the Women's Institute paying tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth II, going to a homelessness centre. These are jobs that Harry and Meghan didn't really think were worth staying in the UK for.
William has reportedly told close associates that he wants his coronation to look and feel completely different, more modern, streamlined, and focused on core duties compared to past ceremonies, including his father's. Excluding Harry would align perfectly with his vision of a tighter, less dramatic event, avoiding awkward optics such as no interaction, separate seating, or media frenzy surrounding the brothers. Royal expert Hugo Vickers noted that William has every right to choose who attends his coronation, and this wouldn't be the first time such an exclusion has happened. In 1953, the Duke of Windsor was not invited to Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, and it passed without issue. So, removing someone from such a ceremony is not unprecedented in royal history. Despite speculation that William might strip Harry and Meghan of their titles once he becomes king, reports say he has no intention of doing so. Ironically, their titles are the only thing they truly live for. When rumors of a possible removal surfaced, Meghan reportedly panicked and even threatened legal action.
Well, Meghan Markle is allegedly very worried that Prince William could move to strip her of her Duchess of Sussex title when he becomes monarch. Of course, Harry and Meghan remain the Duke and Duchess of Sussex despite giving up their royal duties 5 years ago and then going on to publicly slam the monarchy. However, this recent decision to strip Prince Andrew and Fergie of their royal titles has reportedly sent a chill through Montecito, with the Sussexes fearing that they could be next. You know, if I was Meghan, I'd be pretty worried too, because
William may be strict and unwilling to tolerate nonsense, even from family, but he doesn't want to appear cruel. However, if Harry and Meghan create further damage, title removal could still become unavoidable. Rather than taking the titles now, William is choosing a quieter but far more powerful move, denying access to the most sacred royal moment. This isn't loud punishment, it's silent exile. A calm and final reminder that actions have consequences. Harry continues to talk about reconciliation, but William clearly sees through it. He understands this sudden desire to reconnect is driven by survival. Their Netflix deals collapsed, their podcast failed almost immediately, and Harry now relies heavily on paid appearances to fund their lifestyle. He is under immense pressure and has spent his entire life dependent on royal support. Without the monarchy, he is lost.
Getting paid now to go to the Well Child Awards. I mean, that's a big question, because at this point, everything has to be a paid engagement because the Netflix deal is dead. They have a first look deal, but that doesn't guarantee them a lot of money. And at this point, I don't think Netflix is biting much. And then you also have Spotify deal is dead. We have a lot of other deals that have died, and the money is not flowing in for them. So basically everything they have to do now has to be paid, because otherwise they're not going to make any money.
Emotionally, William has reached his limit. The bond that once connected the brothers has been severed. William is drawing a firm line between royal disruptors and royal protectors. Instead of dramatic punishments, he is enforcing total ceremonial exclusion because William is too busy to handle this drama daily. Unlike Harry and Meghan, William and Catherine are actually dedicated to the service.
Doing jobs like going to open a mental health hub in Cardiff, the Women's Institute paying tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth II, going to a homelessness centre. These are jobs that Harry and Meghan didn't really think were worth staying in the UK for.
Yeah.
These are the jobs, you know, and he'll be doing them next week and the week after when Harry's gone.
Very under the radar, a bit like the most hard-working royal of all, the princess role.
Exactly.
Though King Charles was forgiving and even invited Harry to the dinner during his own coronation, Harry dishonored his father and left immediately after the ceremony was over. He didn't appear on the balcony with the family either, though this was for working royals, but even when they wanted to associate with him, he gave them no chance.
Children, but there's a reception for the family later on this evening, and he had been invited to that, but he was using the excuse of his son's 4th birthday. So, I mean, less than 24 hours in the country for Harry. He couldn't get away quick enough, but straight on that plane and back to California. And
this decision reflects long-standing resentment, not temporary anger. William believes Harry chose publicity over loyalty and refuses to allow someone he sees as a threat anywhere near the moment he becomes king. The risk is too great, so he is shutting the door completely. What are your thoughts on William's total exclusion of Harry from the coronation? Is he right to protect the monarchy, or is he acting from emotion? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.